we welcome on a man who has joined us one time on this program. Last time he was here, we really liked what he had to say. And I heard this the other day. Shout out to DWEZYY sending this my way. I heard this and I said, ooh, that's a banger. That's probably going to build on top of what we're talking about. And as I just look at these clips right now, I'm saying, my goodness, this is just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. The temperature is going to continue to turn up in here. So please grab a fire extinguisher. It might set ablaze. We might turn electric. We may become a nuclear power plant as we get into the first clip of the day featuring Coach Al here this morning to give us some perspective on our relationship with judgment.
I agree with judgment being a bad thing. The reason I disagree with it is because it's a very natural thing. You actually need to judge if it's cold outside or if it's warm. Do you think about that or do you just feel that? Yeah. Is that a judgment? Yeah, like, oh, it's cold. You put on. So what do you do after it's cold? You put on a sweater. So it's not the judgment that is bad. It's the action after the judgment that could be a bad habit, right? So if the water is hot or cold, how do you know? Do you think about it? Is it instant? Can you control it? Are you judging the water? Yeah, if the water is hot, are you judging it? You're absolutely judging it. When we are aware and we judge, then we're able to make a positive choice or a decision to put us in a better scenario, okay? So when we are unaware, we just judge. Have you guys ever been like, I don't like it? You just stay like this? Does anything change? No, nothing changes. As a matter of fact, your attitude just is horrible. But like the idea is you can judge, it's about what you do after the judgment, right? To change your scenario a little bit.
I said it. The biases of life are there, and you can't do anything about it. When you look at a kid, there's a reason why the kid goes right to the mom and hugs the leg when he sees the stranger. It's a bias. I don't know this person. I know the familiarity of these people over here. So therefore, yes, I'm going to judge you, especially if you look different than me. It's not a negative thing. And that's why it's funny because, the shirt talks about all gun control is racist. People talk about that racist word all the time. Everybody's got biases and everybody's got judge. They can be judged. They got judgment. That's just part of life. What he's saying is exactly right. And that's why I always say what Capp said, that don't criticize people. I'm big on that. As soon as I feel myself judging somebody, and I wrote it down right here, literally, when I say don't criticize, an arrow, it says, God bless that man. It's the next thing that comes out of my mind. And exactly what he said is right. When you judge, the next thought, the next action, the next thing you do is what separates you from everybody out there they consider racist or this or that. Nope. If I immediately, when I criticize somebody in my mind, oh my God, judge, man, please, God bless that person. God bless, by the grace of God, there go I. And that's the thing you have to understand. And I wrote this down. I was going to bring it up earlier, but you know what? The other day, and this has happened to me twice in Vegas, but this time it actually happened to me. And I want to say it might even have been the same damn guy. I'm just telling you. So I'm walking by a homeless guy, and it's first thing in the morning, and I'm a little foggy. Let me tell you, I am buddy, foghorn, leghorn, walking through this sucker, getting my cup of coffee. I'm barely alive. And he looks over at me and goes, hey, man, you got a quarter. Immediately, what do I think? You can start judging. Immediately, you just start judging. It's a guy older than me sitting on the side. I swear it could be the same guy. I can't even tell you. The more I think about it, it could be the same guy. This happened a couple years ago. Anyway, and I said, no, sir, I don't have any change on me. I said, literally just came down, put this on my room. I'm going back to where I'm going, right? And he says, he goes, well, wait a minute, though. He goes, do you have $5? I was like, no, I just told you I put this on my room, and the whole time I'm walking. And he goes, well, you know what? You got a phone on you right now. I said, bro, everybody's got a phone. He said, yeah, you got Cash App? I'm like, yeah, I got Cash App. He said, just Cash App me $100. I'm like, yo, dude. I'm like, we went from do you have a quarter to just Cash App me $100. Imagine all the judgment that can happen in that moment as you're sitting there walking. And I remember sitting there looking around, and I turned around and I said, you know what? God bless that guy and his ability to just ask that question. That right. I mean, it just, I smiled at him. There's nothing more I could say. I wasn't even judging him at that point. Hey, every shot you don't take, right, DZ? That's what I'm saying right there. So it's funny how judgment happens. It's what you do after that. I always say, God bless that person, because I know I judge. I know I can have biases, but I'm aware of them. So when I get one, I say something about it.
Interesting thoughts there, Swirl One. Who's to say, who's to know? I ain't heard of too many homeless guys with cash apps, but that's a new one to me. Who's to say, who's to know?
Happened, bro.
And you said something in there by the grace of God, go I. I thought of something, and I had to think for a minute what it was from, and it is from the album Why Lord, LAWD, Why Lord, with a question mark. It's by No Worries, and that is Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's I know it's Anderson .Paak. I think it's Bruno Mars too. However, this is the opening intro. It's not a song, so I don't think we'll get struck for it or anything. So this is Dave Chappelle, and I just think it really, this right here. Come on, Dave. I need Dave.
There's one word now. Always hated. It's the word deserve. Whenever I see someone less fortunate than me, I say, there, but for the grace of God, I could have been that nigga. Whenever I see someone more fortunate than me, I say, there, because of the grace of God, go on. I'd like to try that. Thank you, God. Thank you for letting me get to be what I got to be.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I think it's the same guy, because the more I think back, you know what he told me? Because he told me this the last time, and I wouldn't give him a quarter when I was on the other side of the strip. He said something like, this could be you. And I told him I was homeless one time. He said to me, you need to go to church. And I said, I live at church. I literally just told him, God's right here, bro.
It is incredibly easy to judge. So easy to judge. It's how we're wired as human beings to make that judgment. I love how Coach Al put it. You judge water. You have to judge if water's hot or cold, or else you're gonna get burned, or else it's gonna be cold when you get in the shower. You have to judge that water, right? But the action after that is the key and critical point. And I am on the same tip as you, Swirl. When I get to a moment where I'm judging somebody, whether it's how they look, what they're doing, how they're moving, how they reacted, whatever it is, I know in that moment that is God testing me. I know that is him saying, oh, you think you can judge one of my children? Oh, you think you can judge one that you're better than them? I know every hair on his head just as I know yours. You're better than him. And I hear him saying that so clear to me. And I say, ooh, sorry, God. You're right. Ooh, boy. My bad. Okay. Let me see the good in that person. And so much recently, I've just been having this feeling of that person's an angel. That person was put in my path to make me judge them, to make me make the right decision and action afterwards, to see if I really am bout it. If I really do walk that walk, or if I just show up on a podcast and try to talk that talk. And I get it every single fucking day. Every single moment of the day, bro. I get tested on this shit. The things I talk about on this show, I hear God laughing when I talk about it, because I know I'm about to leave this show and get tested on it. Oh, you talk good about it. Okay. You ready to go walk out in the world and try what you've been talking about? All right, sweet tits, see what you can do. And he just laughs at me the whole way. And I just have conversations with him all doggone day. You're damn right.
I live in church, bro. That's why I say I live in church, bro. What are you talking about? Bro, we're right here right now.
Taking gangsters to church, man. Straight facts. Straight facts. Our relationship with judgment. Shout out Coach Al. Damn, great one there. Next one up on tap. I realized I left out a word here. Actually, I shortened 2 words, so I hope DZ figured out what I was trying to say here, or else it's going to be a little rough on the old ticker down there at the bottom, because it was my fault and I misspelled on the agenda. So I'm going to take the hit for this one. Full accountability if it is misspelled down there, because it's just, what the hell does that even say? So second clip of the day, we get joined by the legendary Pastor Mike Jr. If you haven't heard or seen a Pastor Mike Jr., you are about to become acquainted this morning, my friends, as he gives us some high-quality perspective, gets it all the way around the bend, and gives you a little thoughts on, they be doing it, though. They be doing it, though.
Got to say congratulations to me in 2025. You ain't gotta like me, gotta hang with me, gotta kick it with me, gotta call me. You won't unfollow me, cause you know if you unfollow me, you gonna miss something. So how about you just accept the fact that I am the proof that God is making ways out of nowhere. I am the proof that you can come from nothing and God will still. They say stuff about you like, well, you gotta watch them. They got a nasty attitude. They difficult to deal with. It's not that I'm difficult and I don't have a nasty attitude, but I did not go through all of that to get to where I am, for you to play me like I'm not who I am. So if they won't speak up for me, sometimes I gotta speak up for me. That's why you gotta be careful what you say in this season, because your mouth gonna block your proof. They can treat you like you ain't one of them, Warren. That's their problem. The favor on your life in 2025 gonna be so undeniable that even the folk who don't like you don't have to say, yeah, but they doing it though. They doing it though.
Out there they are.
Woo! Shout out Pastor Mike Jr. You don't have to like me in 2025. You ain't gotta congratulate me. You ain't gotta say shit. But I know you won't unfollow me. I know you keep getting in my comment section telling me I ain't worth a shit. I know you keep showing up. Just keep showing up. And just accept that I'm proof that I am favored by God and that I am on my mission and I am on the consistent, persistent pursuit of my passions, and I have been given a blessing and I am not going to waste it. You can keep hating, you can keep fighting, but you will see where this all goes. You will see the growth. You will see what will come out of the Diamond Hand Media Group and Forge and Fuel and the J&J Weekend Getaway and everything, Decoding the Divide, everything we do. The best is yet to come, and man, I talk about getting fired up. Pastor Mike Jr., man, holy shit.
That's why I would say, hey, when someone tries to say, hey, how's your little podcast? How's your little business? Hey, I be doing it though. I don't care how big or small it is or what you think. I'm out here doing it every day. I'm going to get up and I'm going to try. I'm going to get up and I'm going to win. I do feel blessed and highly favored. Yes, I'm still trying to figure it out. I feel like a monkey fucking a football. Okay, so what? I'm going to figure it out. I promise you. It's going to happen. So what I'm going to do every day is think I'm going to win. Think I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find a way to the end of it. I don't care what it takes. I have no reason but to keep moving up. You know how far I've been. You know the shit I've been through. You know the things I've had to endure. All the ridicule, the embarrassment, the stuff that I did to myself. Oh, my God. There's nothing you can do to me that I haven't already done to myself. That's the difference. I already know where I've been because I put myself in that. What part of it was mine? All of it. So now, you know what part of it is? Mine, all of it. And I'm going to make it better. Every day I'm going to figure it out. Every day I'm going to do the things I need to. The 4 or 5 things are what going to get me out there. So when someone doubts me, they're like, you know what, though? Should be doing it, though.
They be doing it, though. He be showing up every day, though. He be making that podcast every day, though. He do be making content every doggone day, though. Man, I still be hating on him, but he do be showing up, though. I tell you what, who's to say, who's to know? And also, your mouth will block your proof.
God bless it well, too.
Your mouth and your actions will block your proof. Whew! Think about that. So we get into your third clip of the day, featuring a young man who I just came across yesterday. He only has 10 posts on his page on Instaslam, but he's got 20,000 followers. Don't know how the hell it's possible. Don't know what else he does. Got to get more acquainted with this guy. No clue who he was, like I said, before I was yesterday years old. So joining us this morning, the one and only Parker Bosco. No clue if you've ever heard of him. Joining us this morning with some perspective on all it takes to be excellent.
In 1996 study, a psychologist set out to see how hard it is to become excellent. at one skill, and the results are surprising. He discovered that with consistency over the course of a year, all you needed was 100 hours, 18 minutes a day, become 95% better than any person at one thing. That is your fucking competition. In a world where people are so quick to give up, all you have to be is consistent. This is your opportunity. The bar has quite literally never been lower.
I said this. I brought this to the show already. I said it to you guys. I said it. Now bro, I was tracking hours, and I told you guys, if you could do anything 100 hours in a year, you're going to be better than 95% of the people that are doing that exact thing. Now, again, you may not be the best, but you're going to be better than 95%. You know why? Because they can't stay consistent. They can't stay in the game. Let me tell you something. I am doubling down. Capp was talking about what he was doing last night and taking in new information. Well, I was realizing last night, I was going through YouTube and I was trying to do this, but then I would prioritize. I went, well, wait a minute, I could click this video and that 15 minutes will give me this information, or I can click this video and that 20 minutes will give me this information. And I would make the decision based on what I really need right now. And it wasn't based on what my entertainment value would be, but what am I going to get the most out of in the amount of time that I have? Because I'm trying to learn something and I told you guys today, it just clicked. Like something just clicked, and I don't know why it didn't click before. It wasn't time, maybe it wasn't the window, whatever it might be. But I tell you what, I'm taking in those hours, and I'm going to put that time into that consistency, and I'm going to make sure that I dial in the frequency that I'm trying to be on, and I can start vibrating on that plane, and then I'm going to be better than 95% of the people out there. And all I care about is that 1% of the people out there like what I do. And I don't give a shit about the other 99% at that point.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much all of that right there. Yeah. I don't know what that. Yeah. Drop bombs, 150%. 18 minutes a day. You don't have 18 minutes a day. That's all it takes is 18. You ain't got to spare 18 minutes once you're done with that 9 to 5, even if you're not on the consistent, persistent pursuit full time. 18 minutes at the end of your day to do something that progresses you in the right direction of that ultimate goal, that ultimate destination, that dream that you put a date next to and decided to turn into a goal, right? All it takes is breaking that goal down into steps, and that's a plan. And then you back that plan with daily consistent action for at least 18 minutes a day. Shit, maybe you get a little freaky and you go for 36 minutes. Or maybe you get even freakier and you go for an hour and 12. Ooh, shit. Then you might really. Or then maybe you show up for a whole 2 hours live on a podcast and you're training for other things as you're working on a show and spreading good vibes and messages and motivation and inspiration. Geez. Maybe if you just open your eyes.
So much damn sense over there.
Maybe if you just open your eyes, you might see what's going on around here. I don't know. Who's to know? I feel like I'm making too much sense. I got to dumb it down a little bit.
Way too much logic coming out of that.
I got to dumb it down a little bit. Sorry, I got way too high level there. My fault. My apologies. All it takes to be excellence, kids. Who's to say? Who's to know? Shout out Parker Bosco. Whew, he said that's your fucking competition. 95%, 18 minutes a day. That's your competition. Are you kidding me? Come on. And if you take 18 minutes to go to the gym, 36 minutes to go to the gym. You take 18 minutes to invest a little bit better. You take 18 minutes to work on your business. You take 18 minutes to work on your mentality. And holy fuck, you're a super soldier. Fourth and final clip of the day. Really going to put a cherry on top of this one here, baby. And this is the clip I referenced a while ago, back on the first segment of the day. And you'll understand what I meant when I started to go down the rabbit hole and why I stopped. Because joining us this morning, Miss Farrah Shams, in all her glory and all her energy, here this morning to give us some perspective on why social anxiety does not exist.
Social anxiety does not exist. It is a pure fragment of your imagination. Why are you going to care what anyone thinks, huh? Do any of these people pay for your bills? Why do you care what people think of you? Why are you embarrassed in front of people, huh? Look, no one cares. home and they're gonna forget about it.
People are more scared of you than you're scared of them. That's the problem. They're scared of the interaction. She's absolutely correct in that. It does not exist. It exists right here in between the 6 inches between your ears, right here. That's where it is. It's you're afraid of what we just talked about, being judged. You're afraid of being embarrassed. You're afraid of, oh my gosh, I'm going to go hit on this girl. What's the guy next to her going to say? You're afraid of that. You know what you're afraid of? You're afraid of this feeling right here. That's what you're afraid of. That's what it is. It's this feeling right here. It's like the feeling of I'm not confident enough. I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be doing this. Oh my gosh, what am I going to say now? I'm going to look like an idiot. That's what you're scared of. These people don't give a shit. Nobody cares what you do. They're so far in their own world. Buddy, they got so many damn things they're thinking of. The last thing they're worried about is why you got a camera up or why you're talking to that person or where you got to go or why you're in a hurry. None of that shit matters to any of them. Social anxiety is bullshit. You know what it is? It's your initial internal feeling just trying to say, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be hurt. And that's what happens. You end up calling it social anxiety.
And maybe they do judge you in that initial moment. Maybe that guy does judge you for approaching that girl, or maybe that person does judge you for walking in the room shining so bright they don't know what time of day it is anymore. But I guarantee you they'll forget about it in 30 minutes. I guarantee you they won't even remember it happened at the end of the day when they go to sleep. By the time they wake up in the morning tomorrow, they ain't even going to know that you crossed their path. So what fucking difference does it make? It doesn't make a single one. What are we doing right now? And I love how you put it, Swirl. I would say maybe just a little bit lower right there. The combination of the tight chest and the butterflies in the stomach, and the heart gets to pumping a little bit, and the mind starts swirling, and you start thinking about all the things you could say, would say, might say. Fuck it, I'm not going. Instead of just, oh, you're gonna be a bitch. Oh no, that girl's gonna reject you. Hey, fuck yeah, yeah, you might be a bitch. She might reject you, but I guess you're gonna have to go find out, pussy. All right. And you get yourself smacked back into shape. You walk over there and you say, hey, couldn't help but notice you. I just had to come over here and tell you you are absolutely beautiful. I know a lot of guys are looking at you in this place right now, and I wanted to be the one to actually come over here and say something. Oh, I appreciate it. Hey, you think maybe sometime I could take you out to dinner? I'd like to get your number. That kind of be cool, I think. Oh, sorry, I have a boyfriend. Oh, hey, whenever you're done with the boyfriend, let me know when you want to have a man friend. Hey, I'll always be here. You just let me know. Walk away and let it go. And guys will look and they'll say, oh my gosh, oh shit, he just got rejected. I love that moment. Walking tall back to whatever I was doing, get back in my flow. So what? I got rejected. Oh no, my birthday's not coming around this year. I'm not going to become another year older. I'm not going to accomplish new things. I don't have anything else I'm working on in my life. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why people hang it so much on those moments, is because they don't have fuck going on in their life. And that girl would make them complete, finally give them something to look forward to. That opportunity would finally give them, but oh my gosh, we can't do that. God forbid if I got rejected, then oh man, I would just go back into the bullshit that I'm living. Oh no, I guess if I made that, if I jumped off the cliff now and I splatted on the bottom, boy, I'd be in a worse spot than I was now. No, I'm good with that. I'll pick myself up off the bottom. I'm in a much better spot. I learned what didn't work. Now I can jump off the cliff the next time and apply what didn't work and try and build the airplane this time. Social anxiety doesn't exist, man. It really does not exist. It is your mind controlling you. If you just walk into a room beaming, speak confident, be cocky about it. Forget it. Oh, you're too cocky. Just be confident and cocky about it. Just like Pastor Mike Jr. said, I am not going to have come through all that darkness and that bullshit and not able to look at myself in the mirror like I told you yesterday and be this version and become me and do what I do and make it do what it do and do the 4 or 5 things and be walking it like I talk it and allow you to tell me something different. Allow you to treat me like I'm not this guy. Oh, he's a cocky asshole. Oh, he's hard to deal with. Oh, Cap, you know him. You know how he talks. If you don't like it, you ain't got to tune in, sweetheart. If you don't like it, you ain't got to listen to it. It's that fucking simple. I've told my own mother that, and she shows up every single doggone day. Who's to say? Who's to know? Baby. Shut up.